We are on Baltic today, kind of a different map, and the good news is we're on a 2v2 as well. Let's have a look who we have playing. In the yellow, as the Spanish, we have Viper, who just seemed to have housed in his berries. Hopefully that won't matter too much, because hopefully we'll have a minimal amount of villagers on there, so we won't need to be fully saturating them. Over in the red, we have his teammate, RVK Duck, who most of you should know by now, playing as the Britons in red. Their opponents will be VNS Batchero, playing in the green as the Saracens, and over in the blue, we have qishaoye. Yeah, that's close enough. qishaoye. Yeah, that'll do. qishaoye. I don't know. That's close enough for my point. We're probably going to call him Blue anyway. Playing as the Aztecs, so that's close enough. Actually, really good dealer there. Actually, nice and early. That's an interesting one. Anyway, this will probably be... Well, saying it is the 27th today, and the 27th is the day I uploaded my first video, so the channel's been around for a year now. That is kind of awesome. Pretty happy with that. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed and been following me throughout all the time. It's been quite good. I've done quite well. We've seen a lot of Age of Empires 2 videos, so that's pretty cool. So thank you to everyone who has supported me directly, whether it be the guys at AOC Zone, some of the pro players who have always been helping me out, and just to everyone for watching. I mean, you've got a life too, and you take the time out to watch this, so thank you for that. I really do hope you enjoy it, and it's not too much of a waste of time for you. So that's pretty much all I want to say there, I guess. And on that as well, Forgotten Empires tomorrow. Going to be an interesting one. I actually posted a thing before saying, what do you want to see when it comes out? Do you want to see lots of play from specific civs with me going over things, possible strategies, possible new things you'll be able to do, as well as some of the old ones. Some of the old civs have actually got quite a good makeover to make them a little bit more balanced, so I could do that. Or do you just want to see a bunch of commentaries straight away? Well, in fact, I'm probably going to go through the text trees straight away, because that's what I'm going to do as soon as I get it. So I'll probably record my first thoughts on that and put it all up, because that'll actually, that should be interesting. I'm going to be doing it anyway, so I may as well show you guys what I think on that period. So, unless there's any other options there, I don't know. Might be able to talk to a few people and see what they get, some other people's theories on it. So whether you want a heap of commentaries or a heap of information straight away, let me know in the comments, or PM me, or post on my channel like people have been doing today. It seems like people mostly want to see commentaries, so that's what I'll be focusing on. But of course I'll probably look at all the tech trees, and I'll probably put up all my thoughts on them. So that should be kind of interesting, especially with some of the civs. I'm interested to see how they finally get polished. Some of them look really good, but are missing like some crucial things that I think is really going to hurt them. But we'll see. I haven't seen the final update yet, so could be kind of interesting. So let's jump around and see what we've got. Viper Gold over here, not too bad a location. It is on the front though, so qishaoye could come through and hurt him quite badly. Lumber again in the back here. Probably the better location. The other option was this one here on the front, which is not too nice. Another gold on the front. He's got 2 stones in the back, and as a Spanish player, that could be kind of useful. Depends if he decides to go for water or not. So, going to be up to him. Duck at the moment. Stone over on the right, of course, playing as the Britons. Stone, longbows, generally the way to go. However, crossbows and arbalest are indeed a nice thing as well. Looks like going to see a lot of villagers onto wood now, which is expected. So we can see him going for galleys, of course. And his gold's in a nice location as well. Just losing a little bit of saturation to these trees here, but no big deal. Berries in the back as well, so he should be alright in a way. Batchero looking pretty good. That gold's actually shocking, but putting that camp there actually is really going to even it out a bit, but he's not going to be able to use the other side, so hopefully he won't need to oversaturate it. Saying that, he does have 2 golds in between him and his ally, so he should be alright. Wood as well on the side here, so essentially in the back, considering that his opponent's going to have to come through this way, and that's pretty much their only option, of course, unless they transport over, in which case they can just kind of jump down through here. Wood there as well, not bad location. Berries in the back, pretty good. And there's Duck up already. Looks like he's going to go for a really early rush, and a little bit of banter there from Viper. How are we looking for qishaoye? That's going to be so wrong. I know it is. I just cannot figure it out right now. Figuring out names during commentary is absolutely ridiculous. It's something you can't do. What was he? Tsunami. Everyone remembers Tsunami. while you're commentating, you just cannot figure names out. There's too many things to think of at once. Wood in the back here, as well as one on the side. Well, on the front, actually, from Viper. So if Viper goes for land harass, that could be interesting. Gold in the side here as well, but technically on the front if Viper decides to push in through here, which, of course, will be the main way. Galleys from Viper and galleys from Duck, I would say. Yep, they're already moving out across the map. Looks like we're going to see quite a big advantage to Viper and Duck here, actually. Going to depend how well they do. Viper going to have more units out in play, and it looks like Duck's finally going to find his opponent over here. It looks like it's going to be pretty even for them. So unless one of them gets double teamed, it's going to be kind of interesting to see how it goes. Ooh, Viper losing his scout there. Nearly killed off that Doc. How many HP was he down to? It was only, yeah, he nearly got it. It was pretty close. More coming in from a Viper here. Going to be able to try and fight this one out in the water. The good news about Baltic is that if you lose the water, you still have a chance. You can come down here and like own them with archers or something. You know, drop a castle on them. Especially as a Spanish player, that's definitely an option, just to drop a castle on your opponent. Blacksmith coming up for Duck, of course, wanting to get that fletching. Blacksmith for Viper as well, right on time. How are we looking down over here? No Blacksmith yet for you, Betchefro. No Blacksmith for you either. Interesting. Looks like, ooh, Betchefro is taking, the scores are actually frozen. Can't believe I didn't notice that. Anyway, it looks like Duck taking a little bit of a push from, yep, Betchefro here. Not going to be able to hold that one out until he brings in reinforcements. And when he does that, he should be able to fight it off. On this side, it looks like, ooh, Viper's done really well, actually. Saying that, though, Blue going to come in, try and kill off all of these fishing ships. So that could be a bit of an issue there. Let's speed things along. Gonna lose. Ooh. I think the Blue knows right now that he's going to lose the water, so he may as well limit the advantage for his opponent right now. But I guess there's nothing to stop Viper and Duck rebuilding. Ooh, good split there from Betchefro. It looks like Duck will be moving forward. And I think he's going to be able to do quite a bit here. I think the galley numbers will be pretty much even, so if he gets fletching nice and early, it could really change the tide here. So any Blacksmith yet? No Blacksmith. Blue. No Blacksmith. And Xing there like a champion, because of course none of them have cartography yet. And going to be able to come in here and hopefully help out, losing 1, 2, potentially a third and a fourth. Looks like he might just get away with it. More galleys out for Blue now. Viper, of course, going to be able to defend his fishing ships until reinforcements arrive from his docks. Betchefro pushing out across the map right now. Nothing too special from him. Actually, no, he's just going to sit and patrol. Fair enough. He's kind of got this little inlet here where he can kind of fish and be safe and whatnot, as long as he keeps this kind of area here safe. So it should be alright. Saying that, though, looks like Duck is going to try and push in. He does have that +1 range, though, which is really important. And that +1 attack, absolutely amazing in galley warfare. Looks like we are going to see, yep, Viper with a +1 as well. Going to make microing a ton easier here with those arrows. His opponent won't even be able to hit him if he decides to use that to his advantage. How are we doing down here? Duck's starting to... Ooh, looks like Duck's going to be ganged up on over here. Ooh. Looks like Viper might come in and just be able to rescue him here. Still no +1 for Blue. Betchefro just getting it then. How are we looking? Looking good. Viper going up with a market. Interesting play. Looks like he's buying some resources. He's about to go up to the castle age, actually. Viper always having quite a quick castle age, as we know, on pretty much any water map, really. He's always got a fast castle age. So let's click around. Betchefro not going up, getting close. Duck getting close, I guess. Another few hundred food for him still. Where's this galley action over here? And for Blue, nowhere near. So, interesting one there. Viper hopefully going to be able to take the advantage on this. Saying that, what's he doing over here? He's just walled, alright. Haven't seen a barracks from him yet, so I don't think he's going to be going for any kind of land offensive. But saying that, it looks like Duck and Viper are starting to lose the water right now. Ooh, Viper getting caught in the middle here. Not good at all. Ooh, it's going to be a close one. Let's swap back to Viper and see what he's making. Of course, playing as the Spanish, he does have access to a really good trash tree. So if it does go down to water, he might be able to take it. And of course, Spanish being an extremely powerful, just Castle Age Civ in general. What are we seeing? Town Center. Alright, just the one he doesn't have the wood for anymore. Ooh, going fire ships. Definitely a smart plan from him. Betchefro Fish still alive. Viper asking. So at the moment, Betchefro being the only one with fish at the moment, so kind of cool. Saying that though, no, Blue has none. That's cool. How are we looking here? Fire ships on the way out. Anything else interesting? Town center about to pop. There we go. No more town centers so far. We might actually be able to catch him in here if he moves in too much. Actually, there's some great play we've seen with the demo ship. Yes, he's going to do it. He's going to go for the demo ship play. Absolutely brilliant when your opponent sits like this. You can just go bang and do a ton of damage. Ooh, I don't want to miss this. I'm going to sit here and see how well this hits. He's going for one here as well. No, just a fire ship. If you can sail it in. Yes, look at that splash damage. Yes! Yes, Viper, do it! Use the ships. And of course, fire ship's going to be able to do a lot of damage in this case, especially with these wounded ones already. Another fire ship out there, of course, going to force a retreat, considering they're just galleys at this stage. Viper going to be able to slowly pick off the fish here. Might be able to actually take them all off before he loses all his galleys. Maybe. Saying that, war galleys for Backjofro already. No war galley for Duck. I think that Viper is pretty much giving up on the water. Saying that he's still building fire ships, actually, so I wouldn't say he's giving up on water. It looks like Duck doesn't know what he's doing, potentially, with the water. If he's going to go water or land, hasn't really decided yet. But Jofro, how are we looking town center-wise? He's got 2 up and a 3rd on the way. Viper, any 3rd on the way? No 3rd on the way yet, so it looks like Jofro is going to be taking that one fairly easy. Nothing else really considerable to note right now, except for the fact that Viper and Dark have pretty much lost the water now. Bachelor actually being really, really high ahead in the score. Well, far ahead in the score sounds about right. And gonna move out with these fire ships here. He might actually be able to take out these docks. If he does that, he's gonna be in a good position. But I think he's gonna move out against Bachelor now. And it's definitely an option, especially if he catches him off guard with all his ships over here. Definitely a good option. There's Blue going up into the next stage. It looks like he might be able to catch Blue here as well with fire ships. Yes. Ooh, this does not look good for Blue. Losing a bunch of ships there. And alright, Viper deciding he's going to give up on water control. He's going to go for Conquistadors, which is a very nice move. Where's he putting that castle is my question. Another town center up there. And yep, dropping that castle right on the front where you should. Viper losing most of those fire ships because, well, it's fire ships and they're not exactly overpowered at this point, or powered at this point at all. Something I look forward to seeing get changed. Anyway, it looks like this house will be down. Conquistadors on their way out. So hopefully Blue has something to defend against this, because of course he will need another bit of wall here, and I think that's what he's going for now. Yes, a lot more wall. He's going to have to get, if he gets that Conquistador in there quick enough, he's going to be able to do it. But there's still this gap here. Come on, man, move in. Get in there. Go Conquistador. Nah. Aw. Too late. Gonna have to figure out another way to get in there. Not gonna be the same. Unless, of course, he goes for a transport ship. Definitely an option. He has lost water, but it's still an option at this stage. Oh, you're a monk. There we go. Aztec monk, of course, quite strong. As we know, get a lot of bonuses from their civ. And it looks like Duck is about to lose the water. And Bachelor is absolutely destroying this game in pretty much every sense possible. Looks like he has a score lead of 600 points already, which is kind of massive considering it's like Viper and Duck. They're definitely not low-grade players. How are we looking? 3 town centers for Viper. Still no 4th. Bachelor on 1, 2, 3, and no 4th for him yet. Duck gonna have to do something special here to try and come back. He has lost water now. That's pretty much a given. He's still only on 2 town centers now, which isn't too bad. How's Blue doing? Up on 1, 2. Is that a 3rd coming up there? Yep, to a 3rd. Gonna be interesting to see how he decides to push this one out. 2 petards, definitely a good option, of course. As we know, 2 petards are easily able to destroy a chunk of a wall. So going to be able to see where he decides to bust in and how he decides to bust in. And the good thing about Conquistador is you get that shock value, which is really nice, honestly, because you can kind of just blow it, kill a bunch of villagers, and they won't have noticed. However, with like a capped ram or something, this is chink, 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 they have time to check it out. So Peter, just bang, dead villagers, essentially. It's kind of cool. Could potentially kill off these houses here. Blacksmith is definitely an option as well. Villager here, what's that villager going to do? Unless he wants to drop like another castle or something, but with 1 villager, that's kind of a bit off-putting. How are we looking here? It looks like Duck's still going for water, which is kind of honourable. Let's see what he's going for. What's he got there? Just 1 galley. He's not really still going for water. I think those were just leftovers. In a sense, just leftover villagers. No more town centers for him yet. He doesn't have the resources for them, actually. Tower coming up on this hill, going to be quite good at actually keeping these monks away. You might lose one, and if that kills off the villager... Ooh, I don't think he noticed... Ooh, outpost, actually. That's interesting. I should have been able to call that one. But he's going to know when those monks are there. Puts a tower up here. It can do quite well at defending against monks, even though monks have 9 range. Towers have 8, of course, once you get that +1. Quite nice to have, but option nonetheless. Nonetheless, an option. Camels actually coming in from Batshefro could be a good idea, actually, considering, well, Spanish generally can go Conquista and Paladin, generally being probably one of the strongest unit combinations they can do. Down on this side, Duck's still not up to anything too amazing. However, saying that, it looks like Batshefro has landed on him, and can you see this? Yes, he can. Outposts, guys, outpost, outpost, outpost. Absolutely amazing. Saying that, there's another few town centers going on down there that I don't think I noticed. So it looks like going to be up on 4 town centers. Kind of an interesting one there. Viper on this side, doing kind of well. Looks like he has got cartography, which is nice. That was very nice of him. Anyway, Viper, let's see what he's got. Has he got a cartography yet? Nope, no cartography for him yet. He doesn't want it. Monk's still sitting there, so it's going to be kind of hard. If he busted in through here and kind of run around, he might be able to outmaneuver the monks. But 9 range on them, quite a bit. Going to be interesting to see what they decide to do. And Mangonel coming out. Mangonel also being a great defense against monks. I wonder if Batshefro has realized that he knows yet. Alright, he's seen that chunk of wall, and you can see this outpost here. So I think he knows right now this isn't going to be the most effective push in the world, because, well, he's already been walled in. Looks like that galley, they're going to be able to catch any villager that does try and wall off, but of course Crossbow's going to be able to take out any villagers around this area here with that 5+7, well, 5+2, making it for a total of 7 range, which is kind of nice. Over here it looks like, yeah, Blacksmith getting taken out. Might be able to snipe these monks if he's lucky with the Mangonel. How many HP? They're on 50 now, so going to be a little bit harder now, of course, going up to Super Monk status. And, ooh, gonna drop them around. That's something I did not think of, even though I really should have. Going to be able to just kind of transport them over to here, and he's going to be able to pick off villagers pretty much everywhere. So walls in this kind of situation aren't really that useful. Conquistadors coming in, looks like he did bust through there, and of course monks having to move back. Looks like that one gonna just kind of push him away. Ooh, I heard a camel. Siege Workshop, of course, going for that against... Ooh. One of these guys is running into the monastery, and Monk gonna survive this for a bit. Can you get any converts? Got one. Actually, it looks like he got the Mangonel. That's kind of cool. Getting 3. Losing a few monks, but still 3 converts. Not bad effort. How are we doing on this side? It looks like, ooh, Mangonel out for Duck, but I don't know if it's going to survive very long. Kind of hitting that one there with a few pebbles. Oh, it looks like it's going to just stay alive there thanks to that nice quick repair. Viper's still in here trying to get some harass, however, Conquistador getting taken by the monk. And potentially going to come in here and kill a bunch of villagers. Conquistador 16 attack. Kind of nice. Thing is they're not the most accurate unit in the world, as we saw in the spray before this one. How are we doing? 2 Mangonels actually out for... Yep, Batshefro right now. Going to be able to take out this town center if he really, really wants to. Losing quite a few villagers over here. Actually, it looks like that's going to be a good hit there. Yep, taking out 3 of them. Quite nice, and it looks like he's going to get this next one as well. Ooh, one's still alive. Getting a little bit of harass here, which is kind of nice. But not too much else. Yep, town center's going to be killed off eventually. Batshefro going to, of course, just be able to keep ferrying units across with those transport ships. Looks like Viper's push over here has been stopped. Saying that I hear Conquistadors. There's only 1 left. Maybe a different strategy is going to be needed here. Maybe if he just dumps a castle like right here or something. Saying that though, Blue's getting a castle up here, so not exactly going to be the best kind of move. But if he gets one up on this hill, it could be a really nice position actually. Saying that, Batshefro up to 4 archery ranges now, going for his own, well, another siege workshop, going up to 2 in this area, which is kind of nice. How's that castle coming up here? Probably a good idea actually to stop any landings coming through here. But then again, if he just lands over here, he could bring them in through here and just kill off a lot of units again. So Duck's starting to look like in a pretty bad position. Same goes for Viper though. Viper not doing quite so well either, losing a bunch of those Conquistadors. Batshefro currently on about 7,000 points and Viper being on 5,600. So it's starting to look really heavily in favor of Batshefro and Blue at this point. Oh, Viper and Imperial though. That's actually massive. How did I not notice that? I'm a bit tired, I guess. Knights are out. Bloodlines on the way. Husbandary as well. My guess is Cavalier will be soon. Interested to see what he tries to do. Is he going to go for Cavalier? Looks like he's just trying to get the... no. There we go. Cavalier on the way. He's got the +2 armor. Going to be quite effective right now. However, these monks and castle should be able to hold this down for a bit. Of course, Pike's going to be a good option here as well. Oh, Blue actually going up to the Imperial as well, so he's going to be able to counter this one fairly easily. Double Siege Workshop up for Viper. Capped Ram on the way. Petro Fro taking this town center down here. Archery Rangers forced up for Duck. Of course, it's Britons. Not really forced. Archery Rangers are nice. Is he actually going up to the Imperial Age? Yes, he is. How about Petro Fro? He's going up as well. Viper probably going to be the one to keep an eye on here, because if he's going to pull a miracle out of this, it could happen. Definitely could happen. However, if he gets too many of these knights converted, like there's quite a few monks here actually, if a lot of them get converted, it's really not going to be good for him at all. How are we looking arm-wise? He got the +4. Nope, just the +2. Could be saving up for Paladin. Looks like the +4 is on the way now. Could potentially be saving up for Paladin actually. He's got quite a few resources in the bank. Yep, there's that +4. Cavalier as well. Gonna be interesting if he can come around here and kind of just snipe all the monks. He's in a good position. If not, he'll lose too many to convert. How are we looking for Duck? Over here. I think he's gonna get out of range just in time. That Cap Ram gonna try and take out the skier here. We're looking at villagers moving forward for him. What are all these? Oh, Cavalier going to Badger for. Oh, are they? Or are they just going to try and snipe villagers? I heard a convert. What got converted? Looks like it was a battering ram. Got to convert here on one of the Cavalier. How's he doing? Is he going up to Paladin or? Yep, going up to Paladin as well. Looks like Duck's starting to get into a bit of trouble here, but Viper's starting to get a bit ahead in score right now, slowly catching up to Bacho for. But there's so many converts happening down here, it's not good at all. Losing some monks, but they're generally getting a convert beforehand, so it's starting to look good. Pike's out, of course, as well for our Aztec play. Pretty much infantry, it's to be expected from them. Good to see Paladins quite soon as well, actually, saying that. How far are we? 65%. Pikes really don't scare Paladins too much at this stage, because, well, unless they get that +4 attack, once they get that +4, yeah, which just happened then, they start to get a bit dangerous, especially once it moves up to +8, in which case they are really a nightmare for Paladins to try and deal with. Seeing though, he's got quite a few of these actually converted now, which is kind of nice. Managed to keep all these town centers in, which is kind of cool. Over on this side though, Batcher Fro not really pushing anymore actually. Starting to try and move him some crossbows, but Duck doing fairly well defending it actually. Viper starting to get pretty close. Looks like the Pikes will be able to come in and finish off the Cavalier here. Could try and run to the stone and get some villager kills, and there's Paladin actually. Forced to run away there. Pretty much normal situation. Ooh, Batcher Fro finding Viper's gold over here. That's actually really going to hurt. Pretty much all the gold he has left actually is around the edges apart from this one over here. Only losing one villager, so it could be a lot worse. Camels coming in from Batcher right now, and that is a lot of camels actually. So this could be a bit of an issue here, and oh, I don't know though. Paladin versus normal camels. Paladins with pretty much all the armor upgrades versus camels with half the upgrades, so could be a close one saying that. Viper pushing in well, using these cap rams to his advantage. He's slowly catching up with Batcher. He's got trebuchets out right now. The castle has been put down. All the buildings over here being destroyed. I believe the siege workshop and the monastery here being killed off. And yeah, those camels getting taken down. Saying that though, a lot more camels are moving in. It looks like he's going to have to retreat out of here actually. Could go for, yes, going for some spearmen of his own. As we know, Spanish have extremely good trash units. With, I'm pretty sure they get all the blacksmith and pretty much all the full they get pretty much full trash, I believe, with like all the upgrades and everything. So they're in a pretty good location, well, situation when dealing with anything, really. How are the Paladins doing that? Ooh, heavy camel now, that's quite a big deal. I've got the +4 armor, so that's another big deal there. Spears coming in though, hopefully going to be able to help out here, but don't particularly know. Duck Ooh, managing to push forward here, using this to get an opening. This is actually massive right now, because Bachio decided dividing his forces between him and, well, Viper. He's been able to kind of push back over here with Arbalests. 5+5 range, absolutely insane on those Arbalests. How are we looking here? Looks like Viper might be able to take this one. And how's that wave of Paladins doing? They still creating heaps of them. Not looking good right now for blue, actually. Bachio might be able to come in and hold it, but I don't know how he's going to hold this side as well if Duck starts pushing. It's going to be the question, because if he runs in through here, it's going to be straight into his eco, as we can see. Like, if we look at this area, it's pretty much straight in. Saying that markets are actually going up on the side, so it looks like they're trying to come in with a little bit of damage. How are we doing here? Lots of pikes out for Viper. Got the +1 armor and the +2 attack. Against Mamelukes, going to do fairly well. Mamelukes, though, against Paladins, we know how that one goes. Not going to end well for the Paladins. How are we doing around here? Yep, of course, that castle pretty much going to be able to take out everything here, really. So, going to be an interesting one. There's a transport over there. Viper finding that fairly quickly. And how are we doing over here? It looks like Paladins might not be the best option, considering they're up against Pikemen with 4+5 attack and 4 armor. So, if the rest of those upgrades happen, actually, they're not going to be quite good. Of course, Aztec's getting super pikes, which is absolutely amazing. How are we doing here? Slowly starting to take this out. Very nice. Very nice indeed. How's he doing over here? Ooh, barracks coming up. This could be an issue for Viper. That could be a big issue indeed. How are we looking? Got some longbows and arbalest over here to try and deal with it, but of course, against eagles, we know how that's going to go. Not very well. The only reason the blue's still in this game is because Bachio is helping me out, really. Viper could have kind of stomped this by now. How are we looking? 4+6 attack on those pikemen. Starting to get some eagles out. Viper with his own attack as well. Ooh, Bachio landing as well, putting up a castle and a stable. This is starting to look extremely bad. Extremely, extremely, extremely bad. Yeah, this isn't going to go well. Whatever comes out of that stable is probably going to be able to kill off most of those archers, so I think this might be GG, boys. Viper and Duck might be going down here. Viper putting in a really good effort to try and push this area, but these pikes and camels are just making it too much, as we can pretty much see by the fact that they're just destroying these paladins. Against Halberdier is probably his best option here, so he can just kind of negate that attack bonus. Considering that Aztecs don't get Halberdier, he might be able to win this one just. Castle is up over here. Mamelukes on their way out. Looks like that Hussar was actually able to take out all those units there. No surprise at all. Moving in with Paladins to try and take this out. That is too many Eagle Warriors. This is not happening. Viper's going to get his economy steamrolled by those Eagle Warriors. And it's pretty much going to be over. I don't think he's going to be able to push in through here. Actually firing trebuchets at his ships. Looks like they're doing one-hit kills, which is kind of nice. How are we doing around here? It looks like Duck is walled himself in. Is that piece done? Just not done. Looks like Eagle Warriors, of course, like I said, just going to be able to stomp that economy of Vipers. Hussars out as well for Bachio. So they're going to pretty much just be able to destroy this kind of the map. So, kind of an issue there. It looks like he was moving into harass, but these galleys, of course, are going to be able to stop that. Yeah, I don't think there's really a lot they can do here. Castle coming up inside Viper's base. He's going to have to retreat this area here, and if he does that, he's going to lose his front and this castle. Not a nice feeling. Yeah, I don't think there's much they can do from here. Looking like it's pretty much over. Duck being good and sending some resources, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. Viper losing pretty much all of his economy in this, forcing to garrison most of it. Eagle Warriors, of course, fighting those Paladins. Paladins that will win, but when they're backed up by Mamelukes, not a lot you can do against them. Sending him resources, but he needs an army there. Viper just does not have the production to be able to match this. He's got a lot of Paladins on the way, but still, it's not going to be enough, especially against Mamelukes. Mamelukes, we know, just cut down Paladins. It's a speciality. And light cavalry against Mamelukes, we know how that goes. We know that story, we know it well. Not a lot they can do is losing this front over here now. Man-at-Arms are actually out right now for Blue. Of course, Pikes on 4+8 attack right now. Pretty damaging. I think this is going to be GG. Duck may have been able to hold his base, but once it's 2v1, it's over. Viper going to try and charge in here with a bunch of paladins. Might be able to just do it, considering there's not too many Marmaliks out and they have next to no upgrades on them. And by next to no, I mean they don't have the elite tech. And they aren't elite. But still, if he comes into this kind of area here, they're going to kind of get slaughtered. Just like this. Going to be forced out of there. Those paladins just not going to be able to come up with an answer for the Marmaliks and the pikemen. No answer whatsoever. Viper losing this front over here. A ton of capped rams actually moving in for blue. Looks like Duck is starting to try and take this one here out, but of course in comes the fleet to try and deal with this. And as we know, Galleons versus Arbalest, not going to end well at all. Arbalest do have one more range, considering it's 5+6 to 7+3, but still going to be hard to try and get that kind of range going. Sitting up on this hill, so they might actually be able to hit and do some damage, but I don't know in general right now. Not good. I can't see Viper getting his economy back on track. Viper giving in a good point as well. If they don't control water, they can't trade, so they're out of gold. Because, of course, if they do try and trade, these galleons will just sit here and snipe all their trade units. So, not a good option there, and I don't know what they're going to be able to do. I think we might see the GG, how these Marmaliks doing. Oh, they have been upgraded to elite. Need that plus 30 HP, though. Paladins are running in to try and deal with this, and they might just be able to. Marmalik's going to do a good job, but... Yep, actually forcing those Paladins out. That's a good play down there. And in comes blue from the back right now. These Rams going to just absolutely gut Viper's production. And Viper's saying he can't go 2v1 in this case. So I think we're going to see him resign pretty quickly. And in that case, we're going to see Duck resign as well. GG from Viper. Going to have to give this one in. Duck saying no, but Viper looking in a pretty good GG state. And there we go, I'm dead. Nothing he can do. Duck, I'll give Duck the persistence here. He really wanted to keep going, but honestly, there's not much a lot over here can do. Viper, GG. Batshefro, GG back. Well played by Batshefro and Blue in this one. I wish I pronounced his name right, and I will find out eventually. I'll probably figure it out as soon as I come off. But anyway, there we go. Probably the last AOC video we'll see for a while. Hopefully, Forgotten Empires comes out tomorrow. There's no problems with that. No big deal with it. So, it should be good. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video, which will hopefully be Forgotten Empires.